Hello, everyone. I'm Phalanges.
And I'm Dazzler Zach.
Wow, Triple Mike. Welcome to the MouseCast podcast
Mm,
for the week of Friday, June 13th. We're talking about, I can't take your spaceball thing. I don't know, a Doom Mouse collab, and the market research thing might be kind of useful, but I think it got downvoted. Mouse market
yeah, not to
research.
mention ATK can't stop pooping out new colors of the X1. And they made a sequel to my favorite movie, Spaceballs.
Yeah, we're
So
gonna
I'm
watch the
happy.
whole trailer on stream. No, I'm kidding.
Well, they're
Okay.
making it.
So subscribe, guys. We do this every Friday. Discord link in the description below. Daz, are you superstitious, and what's on your desk right now?
Definitely. Especially when it comes to watching sports, oddly enough. Playing
Really?
golf, anything like that. Yeah, I don't know why. Uh, I'm rocking a Lamsey Paro right now because it's so comfortable.
Haro?
But I'm also messing around with the red mice.
Ooh, very nice.
I'm
Okay.
renting the Sentinels edition. It's nothing special.
Renting.
It's just a Viper.
Yeah, I know the
Yeah.
coding's not as good as like the white, so that's why I
Oh,
kept
and like
mine.
it's good. It's rock solid. Anyway, I don't even know. I'm using this still right now.
What a fantastic looking pad. Yeah, I'm still not a. Yeah, I'm going back to the breeze, and I like it more than that. So
I don't love the Pink Storm's performance or my performance on it, but I like how it looks.
yeah,
So,
yeah, agreed. Me, I'm not superstitious at all. I'm surprised that you are. I wouldn't. I don't know. You're a pretty logical person. I feel like you don't.
yeah, I don't know. Like I know it's not actually changing things, but isn't it?
I
I
remember
don't
I
know.
played Ultimate Frisbee in college with a guy who also played, who was also like a really good bowler, like really, really good, like state competition level. And he says when you go to like tournaments, um, you don't like high five other players. That's like a superstitious thing. If you like touch
Mm.
somebody's hand when they're like between balls or whatever, that's superstitious and you're kind of giving them bad luck. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. So on my desk, Viper V3 Pro Panda. Ooh, I actually have a picture of it here. Yeah, so I have a, oh, click. What the fuck can I not? Okay.
The Discord server did not react
Mm,
enthusiastically.
no, I mean that's okay. It's whatever. It's just yeah, I get it. Whatever. It's not that
That's
interesting.
cool.
Now the side buttons are plastic welded on. I had a bunch of comments asking that. So yes, this you can do it once, and I probably can't do it again. So I'm either just gonna have to sell one or just keep them both. Which weird thing, I love the Viper shape, and having two different sets of skates kind of makes it a different experience. So
Yeah,
Matty OW style. Let's go on to the first bit of news we have this week, and I'm actually gonna remember to do the news banner. Yay, news live. Okay, this was hilarious, dude. Let's watch this together. Hopefully I can
we
get
did
the
watch this
volume up.
together.
Well, shh, they don't know that.
I'm not so
So
picky.
this is the Zywoo mouse for y'all not.
I did not know what he looked like until I saw this.
Same.
With my, I'm not so picky with my mouse. It has to be comfortable, a bit of curves for the finger, maybe 47 degrees. Aerodynamic for the perfect glide. Not too heavy, not too light. It need to stop exactly when I want it to stop. The right coat, it has to be durable. Stopping power. Luxurious. The size, good quality. Fit perfectly in my head. Splendid.
Splendid. That was
It's
well
great.
produced,
I'm
wasn't
not
it?
so picky.
I'm
It
impressed.
was, yeah.
So Boardsy has a first impressions video up. You guys should go check that out. But Zywoo The Chosen, this I found an FCC leak a while back, so we actually did talk about it. But Boardsy does have a video and like a first impressions, even though he's not a mouse reviewer anymore. And it's basically like a stubby, tall ergo, and then it's a lot of the. It's not like super duper light. There is a mini and a medium that are launching at the same time, and I think it's only black. Do they even have a white one? I don't know.
I don't think
Um,
so.
the box is cool, and yeah, will you be picking one up, Des?
Not new or newly used. In a maybe eventually for like $60.
I'm in the same boat. Or maybe you could have your buddy hook you up again with, oh wait, this is not the mouse giveaway. Well, whatever. Boardsy's also giving away a couple PA pads. I shouldn't have announced this because I actually want to win one.
How many retweets we got? 165? That's not bad.
Nah, and he's giving away 2 out of the 10. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Vaxee, seal of approval PA. These are the ones with the molten edge, right? Yeah, or whatever they call it. All right, well, let's go on to. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say? I feel like we've talked about this mouse before.
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah, let's move on.
I'm not gonna pick one up. Ninjutso teases a new mouse. Look at this. Oh, do we have volume to this? Oh yeah, we got some ethereal.
Something else came out today to make it look like maybe a little less super light-like, but yeah, I don't know.
Really? It's definitely an ambi, right? If it's an ergo, it's. I think it's gonna be an ambi. I'm trying to. Okay, fine. We'll just skip over to the photos that you leaked.
Where did I get them? Someone asked. I won't say. Only you know.
93 upvotes, not bad. So
Not bad, not great.
yeah, very much looks ninjutsu. So I wish I could get rid of this stuff over here. Looks really GPX. Maybe a little bit more vipery with like a bit of contour here. Hard to say. These aren't like the best pictures. The buttons look really flat. I don't think it's a very good looking mouse. I like the colorway.
It's not.
Yeah, okay, thank you. The front of it just looks kind of dopey, right?
Yeah, it does.
Like
Yeah,
it's got an
yeah.
overbite or something. Or an under, I don't know. Why would they clone the GPX? We already have a ton of those. Dude, I know. And I even forgot. Remember Alienware cloned it. Alienware Pro Mouse. This forgotten release that got ripped apart. This is a GPX clone basically. I had one and it's
Oh
like,
yeah, it is.
yeah, dude. Dude, we have way too many. Ninjutsu contender for crappiest QC in the industry right now. I don't know. I don't think they're that bad, but can't really blame them. Number one mouse. Yeah. So the discussion question is here: what are your wish list of specs? Because we don't have any of that yet.
Some specs are so boring, like 3950, 8K. If it was a 3395, I'd be disappointed, but it wouldn't matter. If they could go sub 40 grams, that'd be cool, but please go sub 50 grams at least. It's gonna have Omron
Yeah.
Opticals. What else we got going? That's about it. I mean, make it creak less than my current VT. There was a lot of Ninjutsu QC hate on my post. I was surprised. I didn't know they had that reputation.
Yeah. I have a little bit of switch grinding on my Sora V2, but that was only after I took it apart. And then my Sora V1 is fine. The buttons aren't, they're like really squeaky, but they're fine. I don't know, it's good. Also, this like original Sora is a pretty old mouse at this point. They're even saying the Sora V3 will be later. This is a new one.
This comment to their initial video here is the most brain dead thing I've ever seen in my life.
Sora V2 had perfect shape. Hope it's the same. Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
No.
And before they drop a mini lightweight, okay. Yeah, again, the specs, I'm not like super. I don't know. Like one way that they can make it at least interesting to me is if it's like a large mouse that's like 40 grams. We know we have G-Wolves coming out with the HTM. We talked about that last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. The funny thing was, I saw this pop up on Twitter shortly after I posted it. So either that person sourced it similarly, or they also got it from this post here, and then they got like 300,000 views. I was like, okay, cool, dude, love you.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm not like gonna crap on it too much because it's probably gonna be Omron Opticals. We know they do that with all their other mice,
Yeah.
which I'm a fan of. It's probably gonna be a polycarbonate construction just like their other mice. Why it took them, that's the other discussion. How long do you think the development was? Like, bro, the Sora V2 is like a year and a half old at this, or when did it year old? Sora V1 is old. Sora V1's like probably 20 months plus old.
How long till we get the AK dongle? Rip.
Sora V2 is at least a year old from this. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not like crazy interested, but sure. The only other discussion question, what colorways would you want to see? This is the traditional. Then we know
Green and yellow?
Oh
Black and
yeah,
yellow, black
we
and
were
yellow.
just
I
talking
like
about
that,
yeah, Exley V3ES founders. I just snatched one of these from eBay. Yeah, dude, green and yellow. Let's see some green and yellow with black side buttons and a black base. Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
I always like blue and pink. Pink and
Blue
blue,
and
but I don't
pink,
know how it would
okay.
look on this.
Yeah.
Blue body, pink accent, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
I do regret selling my Beast X in that colorway. We talked about that.
Yeah. Where did I put it? It's somewhere. Wait, did I buy yours?
No, I sold mine. My clicks were insane. The best clicks I've ever felt. This is most tactile, snappy. It was good.
New Glorious Model O Eternal.
I didn't even see this.
Yeah. 9 upvotes.
Nate
You
Sirk's
changed
been leaking.
Glorious,
He
he's
posted the
pretty cool.
Ninjutsu boss before I did too. Yeah.
Yeah. Be really loud.
It's wired?
It's wired. Hang on, we'll get to that. Minecraft Eternal? Model O Eternal?
I want to love Glorious. I want them to make a great mouse, and I want to use it, but it's 55 grams.
55 grams with holes. RGB lighting, okay. From the makers of the Model O. Do any of us care anymore, dude? 80 million mechanicals. 12K optical
12K.
sensor. Made for mains, priced for alts. Okay, so it's a budget mouse. Okay, so I have a lot of thoughts on this, my dude. I think I actually commented on this. Okay, so 12K DPI. I was thinking 3311, maybe? 3311 is usually like, what is it, 18,000 DPI, but sometimes you'll see it at 24,000. I don't know if that's like a multiplier thing they do for bigger number, but if it's a budget mouse, 3311 wouldn't surprise me. I said, I'm glad that Glorious took the hint that their crap is too expensive. The Model O2 Pro launched at 130, and it's literally $40 on Amazon for me. Yeah. So, wired is an inch. Oh, 80 million KLGM 8.0. Still, they do have their customized KLGM 8.0s, which I do like, but it still is kind of a 2000.
Did you respond to these comments? I would have been such a sassy little about these. I hate these comments are dumb.
I said wired is an interesting choice in 2025. I wonder about the wired Pulsar mice and like the Death Adder V3 if those are selling well. Like I'm not crapping on wired to be here. I'm to be clear. It's just like
I never had the choice they made.
Like
that was questionable at best.
You know, they did market research and they chose to do this, right? We see tons of 3311 wireless mice for like 25 bucks. AJazz and all that. I think I say
solid shell.
Yeah, solid shell. So like it was a conscious choice to differentiate the Model O Pro or whatever. I said dead DOA for this subreddit. If you're a budget gamer, I don't know why do you choose this from like Red Dragon, MCHOSE, Attack Shark, AJazz, etc. I don't know. It's available.
Yeah.
It's gonna be available in Micro Center and Best Buy, maybe. So cool, I guess.
What were the replies to these replies?
I don't know. This guy says the mouse isn't as bad as they think. I perform same on wired and wireless. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, this.
Oh, you did respond.
Yeah, I'd love to know the sales data. Yeah, we agree that no charging, wireless interference. Yeah, and personally, I'll never go back. 12K can be 3360.
Oh boy, a 3360.
Well, 3360 is a plenty good sensor. It's just.
How does that compare to the 70?
Oh, the 70 is just wireless. Like 3360, dude, is like the OG.
Were there any differences with the?
It was really high power draw though. Like wireless mice did not use it. The Logitech G900 used it. G900 Spectrum used it, and it was rated at like 50 or 60 hours of battery life. And this thing's a chonky 800 milliamp hour battery. Yeah. Yeah, old sensor, but it's kind of the start of sensors being actually good. No smoothing, no acceleration, high tracking speed. Yeah, Cloud XS shape. Guys,
these comments here are hitting on the head.
Yeah. One thing weird is they have their side buttons rather low. I don't know. It looks like a cheap mouse too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
The gaps here and the buttons that don't go. You can tell they did some things to not cannibalize their higher end, still small skates. I don't know.
Like what was the last high-end release they had? The Model D2 Pro.
Yeah, Model D2 Pro. I don't know. Whatever happened, they were spelling out the word Odin, right? ODI. I is their ergonomic G502. So no Model N. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know. I guess if Glorious, if they can take this money that they generate from this and actually make something good, then sure. Yeah, but it's on Elo shapes, guys. Next bit of news. Pulsar beta test. 41% of X2F beta testers gave Pulsar feedback about the mouse. Only 42. This is cool. So 100 samples were shipped to Korea. 98 testers gave feedback. 10 samples were shipped to Japan. All 10 gave feedback, no surprise. 390 samples were shipped globally, but we received only 162 responses, a 41% response rate. As a result, 230 individuals have been added to our blacklist and will no longer be eligible for future beta tests or special programs.
Including me. I responded.
You did respond. So what was their format, like a Google Doc or Google form?
It was a thread on their Discord.
Oh my gosh, that's
To be fair, I just happened across it and then happened to give my feedback because I happened to look at a channel that told me to go there. So this is a little more misleading than you might think.
So they should have done a better job at being like, in your email, hey, here's tracking info on the mouse. By the way, when you have feedback after you finish testing, click this form and fill it out.
What email? Their
Oh,
communication with me after I applied was a DHL shipment notification from DHL.
okay.
That was it. There was a small piece of paper in the mouse that may have said go to their Discord. I don't recall. And that was it.
Hmm.
The communication was zero to, it was
Do you
poor.
know if that's just you?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Again, I'm very grateful. I provided feedback, and I love Pulsar for that. But I'm a
yeah.
little skeptical that this was like could have been better if their communication had been better, or if I was an outlier. Yeah.
It sounds like it's a bit of both. I mean, if they're
I also
taking
made
this
a video
data,
review, and I don't think they would count that here. They only counted like Discord responses, I think.
bro,
So
so they tabulated this data, they counted and read through 162 responses, and it wasn't a Google form or some other formalized. It's Discord, dude. What are they, Attack Shark?
I'm 99% sure I read that somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, people are good. Oh, good. F the liars who won't give feedback. I do agree with that, right? You don't go begging
People were
for
selling
handout.
them. Yeah.
It's gonna bite everyone in the butt. That's my beef with it. Like,
They just want to do this again,
yeah, exactly. They
and
won't
then we
do it
all
again.
lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're just gonna cede it to Japan and Korea. I would also.
And hopefully the 162 people, including myself.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
now globally, I wonder if that's primarily U.S. We're U.S. focused, but I mean, like China would have been a big market too, right?
Yeah. 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 EU, maybe.
Yeah. Why do they even request a mouse? Yeah. Oh my gosh, the upvotes on this 2.9K, dude.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
crazy.
I wish I made it into the beta. This gets 230 upvotes. This whiny comment. Okay, he's the top 1% commenter. Sorry, A1CR if you're on. If you watch MouseCast, probably not. It's a sad state of
I don't
affairs.
apologize.
Um, I would have given them so much feedback if only. If it's as casual
Would
as,
you have though? I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I do. Do you find yourself like so I get this with Amazon. When I initially get a product, maybe I'll use it for the first time and I'll be going through my mind, okay, I should bring up this, I should bring up that, I should take a photo of this. And then like a week goes by and I like haven't done the review yet and I'm like, man, I'm not as interested as I was anymore.
A week goes by, you have another review, something else comes in, life moves on. Yeah. I also regret accepting review units the next day sometimes because I actually don't want to review the thing. So
Yeah. Yeah, you
yep, exactly.
gotta be. But if you're, I mean, this was kind of a big deal. This is a special product. This is a, unreleased mouse. This is,
They were only at 600. They were serial numbered. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Mouse nerd collector item.
Well, moving on. Let's move on to, this was a cool collab, somewhat. Probably didn't get a lot of upvotes. Oh, 10. Corsair and Doom, The Dark Ages M75 Air. So I'm not trying to like promote this or anything. I think the M75 Air, it's a crap mouse at $150, which is I think this is MSRPing at like 140. Don't buy it, guys.
Oof.
This
Oh my gosh.
at $35, these are like $35 all day long, the normal non-special
eBay, right?
colorways. On refurb on like Amazon even.
Amazon even.
Yeah,
Okay.
$35 is not a bad, it's not a GPX. If you want a large ambi that's not a GPX, sure. And it's a true ambi with dual side buttons. So, I don't know. This colorway, I'm not like a super big fan of. It looks, I don't know if I want to say cheap. It Part of me is like it looks cheap, and the other part of me is like this is kind of a cool old school collab vibes I'm getting.
Looks like a toy.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's like I don't know. What I'm getting is like Radeon HD 4870 box art, sure. So like going back to old graphics cards where they were just like over the top box art. I guess that's the vibe I'm getting with this. Um or like let's see Steel Series Gaming Mouse Bethesda collab because uh yeah, okay, they have the World of Warcraft mouse.
I was gonna
That's
say it reminds
cool.
me of the WoW mouse, but there's like a Cataclysm WoW mouse. Yeah.
Yeah. So Diablo, Fallout. Steel Series used
I'll
to be
go
the
to see
king.
the right hand side there. Cataclysm. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Down
Y-
one right there. Yeah.
Yeah, this one here. Okay.
Yeah.
SteelSeries used to be the goat of like collabs that
hmm
were not just a simple colorway. Like this is pretty basic, but like they would really go. And this one's kind of basic too. They would really go all out. Like this is cool. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I appreciate collab mice. I think they are cool. And Doom the Dark Ages seems to be a pretty good game. From Viscose on on her podcast talked about that it's pretty fun. You have the shield and it's a new part of the game. You have to balance using the gun and the shield can do a lot of things. It's an offensive weapon too. So
Mm.
I don't know. I'm not at all interested in buying one, but hey, I guess it's a thing,
No.
guys. Next bit of news. So we're gonna talk about some. Oh, cool, an ad. We're gonna talk about some releases coming to AliExpress. But guys, AliExpress is doing 25% cash back. Oh, that's not an ad. I'm dumb. On Rakuten. This was posted to the to our Discord by moi. Yeah. So I got this email, 21% cash back on LG for 1 day only, and they announced it ahead of time, which they never do. So I guess you could have gotten yourself an OLED pretty cheap. But it says
Oh,
coming next week. I know no other information other than AliExpress 25% Rakuten. And Rakuten is the only freaking cashback that I like actually trust. 25% is nuts. That's the highest I think they've ever done. They've done 20% before. So, guys, freaking
it might be during the summer sale that's going on too.
oh, Steam Summer
Are
Sale.
these mice going to be free? No, like there's an AliExpress summer sale.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I hope so. That's supposed to launch the 16th, the 18th, something
Yep.
like that. Well, we don't have a date for this, and it's probably only 1 day. So I signed up for email notifications on that. But guys, if you guys want to check out, we shill AliExpress because we buy stuff. Sorry, we don't shill it. Sellers on there suck. 50% of the time, your item just doesn't get
Yeah.
shipped; it gets canceled.
Yeah.
But when it does ship, you can get lots of coupons and stuff. I have a link in the video description if you guys want to do my referral code. For you get $30 and I get $30 if you make a purchase. But yeah, 25% cashback, Daz. I'm probably gonna drop a. I was gonna say a load, but I'm gonna pay a
Jeez.
load. I'm gonna pay a load.
I'm gonna blow your load. Yeah, that's all right.
Blow my load for 25% cash back. So like one mouse that is on AliExpress is this is the new Rapoo VT3s. So the VT3, you have a VT3. This is the S, which
Pro
is
Max, yeah. The Pro Max feels poopy. It just
yeah. So
doesn't feel
this is
high
probably
quality.
the same shape, but this is a lot lighter. It's lighter weight. That was 54.8 grams. Oh wait, no, you don't have either. You have the VT9 Pro. Okay.
That was a 9? Oh, okay.
No, wait, 9 is, sorry, 9 is the really
I have a
ugly
VT3. Yeah.
VT9 Pro. You have a VT3 Pro, but I think that is like,
Yes.
yeah, and you have a
It's old, it's
VT3.
black.
It's old and black. All right. So these are updates. Color looks nice. It's probably the same shape.
Looks like a RAWM mouse.
Don't they? Skates look nice. Colors look
Yeah.
nice. So for me, the kicker is this is light, dude, because he pops this open. It's got a chonky battery. Ratios in this one, and I think there's also it has a little pre-tensioning, Kale side buttons, mini micros. Yeah, their own branded opticals. 800 milliamp hour battery. That's 12 grams, my dude. So you can drop the weight of 9 grams. This is like going to be a 45 gram ergo. That's pretty decent. Their
Yeah.
PCB is super skinny. Full solid shell too. Yeah, I don't know. I would pick one up if I could get one for like $30 in that green colorway. We'll see what I can pull off with AliExpress. Oh, that's right. It has the dock option. Yeah, so I guess you can take the puck out maybe and get even lower weight.
Let's say 33.98.
33.98, which is like a rebadged version of the 33.95.
Yeah. I've just never seen that before.
Let's see if they have it on AliExpress yet. VT3S Rapoo. What a funny name. $49.50-ish dollars. Okay, well maybe if the summer sale comes. Yeah, that's right. The summer sale's coming this next week too.
Do
Apparently
we cover the VT7?
I do really want the VT7. That's the VT7
I
Rapoo.
had multiple review requests on YouTube already for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it looks like an ambi from the top, but the right side I think is kind of ergo inspired.
Yeah, yep.
The blue is real nice and deep. I'm probably gonna
Yep.
pick one of these up next week with the sale and with the Rakuten.
That's the one I have my eye on. Yeah.
Very nice in that
And then a
blue.
Y2 if somebody will agree to ship me one.
Yeah, VGM
Cannot get that
Y2,
mouse to ship.
probably not. I think they're also having stocking issues.
I
Neither
ordered
of
from the same store Gen 3 Detected because he told me which one he got it from, and I still haven't had it ship. So yeah, I think you're right.
yeah, NPO1S here.
Yeah.
Really nice looking mouse. Next thing coming to AliExpress. RAWM ER21 Pro, their first ergo. So I actually teased this a long time ago. They had like a dubstep music video thing with it. Oh, they have more
Father's
of it.
Day 2025.
Nice big skates. They have an interesting looking dock. Wait, what was
Foot
this?
pads. Love those foot pads.
Skin friendly coating. Yeah, he's clicking way down at the bottom. 49 grams
Like me.
ultra. Wait, actual. Wait, what do you mean? That's minus the skates? 5 grams in skin, dude. Okay. Their self-developed WebDriver is actually pretty feature rich. I like it.
Looked good, but it was a bit busy to me almost. Like,
Yeah.
But like, you can't complain about more options. So shut up, Austin. Nope, that's my name.
They do the same MCU as Vaxee. It's a Pixar MCU. Which color are you getting? Green or orange?
Shit. Let me make sure I get the color I want.
Oh, you gotta email your ROM contact. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go green.
Yeah. Ask for both, dude. I'll buy one from you. I do like the green. I'm gonna go green. Go green or
It's
go
gotta be
home.
green.
Yeah. Orange is nice, but I'm gonna go green. All right, next bit of new. Did we have anything else? I really want to see a disassembly of this. Oh, I do have an AliExpress page here. Oh yeah, so the non-pro is as low as 39 bucks, and then the pro is 67. So what's the difference? I think. Oh, we should actually go through the specs because this is like everything else we've talked about. We've already discussed before. 49 grams, but plus or minus 2 grams. Okay, Raisha Omron or a Raisha light fretting 3950 Nordic MCU. So they've switched MCUs on this. 20,000 FPS, raging. Very nice. Transient response.
Gonna raid.
Flagship sensor, 30,000 DPI. Okay. Oh, so the Pro has a smaller battery, probably. The receiver is not included. Wait,
It's a nice weight for an ergo. It's not bad.
It is,
It's
isn't
not
it?
bad. Yeah.
Raisha switches, Renmo coating. Yeah, the ES21 has a good coating. Like it's like
So it's
almost.
nice.
Is it
Yeah.
Pulsar
It's
level? It's probably
good.
close.
It's smoother. If that makes sense. Like it's closer to like the gloss almost. It feels nice.
Well, Daz,
It's not glossy.
Bigfoot paste, steady paste win.
Oh baby.
Nice big skates. It's a good.
Self-developed double drive.
Oh, it's a little bit stubbier than I thought. I thought it would be bigger than that. 42. Yeah, she's tall too. 42.5 millimeters
Wow,
tall.
that's tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the non-pro has the Pixar MCU, but we already know this is good performance from Piezo Gal. It just had some like 12-bit HID descriptor fault, but who the heck cares? 300 milliamp hour battery.
Look at the switches.
You get
Right, writing green shell white dots in the pro or the non-pro.
Yep, TTC gold wheel and 8K versus 1K receiver. Okay.
White footpad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, I'm gonna try to snipe one if I can get one for 67's a bit steep. If I could do like 45.
Is this Dex like and cheap?
No. This is gonna be EC like.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, the front is not straight like.
That's what I'm missing.
Did we see the video? Do we have a picture of the bottom? Didn't we see the foot stickers? Yeah, it looks more like a. It's not that unique, I don't think.
No.
ROM does a good job, so. Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be. I'm assuming I'll love every aspect of it, and then I won't mind the ratios because that's how the ES21 Pro was.
Good. Yeah. Good weight, good coating. Okay. Next topic. ATK Blazing Sky Purple. Not a whole lot of news here. Just new purple colorway.
What is the X1S? Someone asked me about this today, and I didn't even realize the S existed. Can they stop?
I know.
There are 8 versions of this mouse now, I think, and this chart just looks dumb.
So the S is the first one that you get the 3395, but you get near link, so that's questionable.
Near link 3395. Yeah. It's good on their A9. 500 milliamp hours, 100
So really,
Yeah.
in my opinion, the problem. Okay, so switching sensors to go from SE to S, that makes sense. But okay, if you go up to X1, now you're going from Neuralink to PixArt or whatever, same weight, and that's it.
It's
It's an
still the
MCU
Pro.
change
The Pro is still the play. Unless you're
because
going
you get
ultimate. Omrons.
yeah. Wait, where's the switches?
Yeah.
I
Primary
see.
switch.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, Omron Opticals are what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Well, this is a thing that exists. Discussion question, Daz. Do you regret getting red?
No, because I made the all red short. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I
No,
do
no.
actually think I don't have any purple mice, so part of me is like, oh, I wish I had purple. But in a vacuum, I think I do like the red more. It's a little bit classier, I think. I do like this kind of gold. If this was like gold, if they straight up went MCHOSE gold
Lakers.
accents, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Gold scroll wheel, gold side buttons, gold logo, I would be down. I would be down. All right, next topic. Vaxee has some new colorways. Also, Vaxee XEV2, they have a white and a teal. Neato burrito, green, lake green and white. I'm surprised they didn't have white at launch. This teal, I
That
think we
is shocking.
talked about previously. Anyway, that's all for that.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Next
think you saw
topic.
it on FCC ID, but it wasn't launched initially.
Yep, exactly.
Keyboard is hideous. Okay.
Oh my gosh, is it Gravastar Ultimate Gaming Setup Cyberpunk? So this was just wait, this is the wrong. Oh, this is the wrong thing. I thought I linked. It was on AliExpress. I'm gonna go to AliExpress. They had the Gravastar Neon colorway, and I got downvoted, but I don't think any of our viewers gonna care. But whatever. I thought it was kind of a cool looking colorway, kind of like Nacho Customs-esque, or like the Taco
Yeah.
Bell from the '90s. You know, the cups. No, obviously none of us are interested at this price, but I do like that. I like that pink and blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Next topic, MCHOSE G3 V2 releases. Dude, remember when this mouse was super hyped up and now nobody uses it?
I got one on Mouse Market and it felt so mid, I just never even plugged it in. Never
Yeah,
used it.
they're heavy. Mine has like amazing switch tensioning. It's just too heavy. The shell's really thick. Even after you do a battery swap, it's still like high 60s, I think. I don't know. Oh, what's the difference between the V2 and the older version? So the only change I think is um I think they just changed like the MCU or the wireless.
And they'll probably have a Pro, Pro Max, Pro Max Ultra
Here we
Ultimate version, all that stuff.
The freak chip. Ooh, you want to get a freak chip?
Let me freak.
Yeah, Devi Lung posted this. All right, well, okay. I guess so nothing burger there for most of us. Next bit of news. I don't have a lot to say on this, but the Switch 2 release, guys. Yeah.
Oh, you saw this debacle about the stapling, right? We
I
talked about this
did,
already.
but it's just funny that it's on ELO shapes. Like Joy-Con
I,
'cause
I
it's a
didn't
mouse.
laugh. That was a great mouse review post. Yeah.
Yeah, and Visco says they want, or the other girl from their podcast says she wants to hit some sick target switching clips, aimer clips on the Switch 2. Yeah, so this was a thing on the Switch 2. GameStop staples the receipt to the box traditionally, and Nintendo put the screen right against the outside exterior wall of the box, so people ended up with, oh yeah, you can see it stapled here. Oh, here we go. Dot 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 dot.
Rip.
Couple eyes looking at you. I don't know. Are you getting a Switch 2, Daz? Are you a Switch gamer?
No, I can just don't murder me, Nintendo. Emulate some games on my Steam Deck.
Oh no, he
Although
said the
they shut
word.
all those down. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been banned. No, they do a good job of shutting that down. We have a Switch 1 and I never used it, so
Okay. Yeah.
it's surprisingly its specs were mid. And I think the Switch 2 specs might still be mid too.
It's bigger, which I know Linus Tech Tips was saying he didn't think that was a big deal, but it is really nice. I don't. But they also, it's not OLED, and so they're definitely, the theory is they're saving room to upgrade.
Oh, yep.
Next topic. Again, I don't have a lot to say, but the RX 9060 XT released, and it's actually decent. 16 gigabytes and like pretty good performance. I know I've seen some bundle deals on Micro Center's website that are actually very attractive. So I don't know. I'm still chugging along with my AMD drivers, and I'm happy. So sure, if you guys want a GPU for around 350 bucks, this seems to be it. Unless you buy a higher end card used. And last bit of news, sort of, is I don't know. I just saw this the other day, and I was like, Daz, mouse pads are rectangular. Is there any world where a round mouse pad makes sense? Because like think about in game, is our motion in game round? I don't think so. Screens are square, but when you move around,
I move on an arc though whenever I move my mouse, right? Like
yeah.
by default.
Uh,
This seems ridiculous.
yeah, no, this is dumb. Okay, very good. All right,
No,
that's
this
it.
is dumb. I'll shut up.
That's it for news. Let's go on to Reddit recap. Reddit recap. First thing from Reddit recap. Sorry, I'm kind of blitzing through this. It's just because I know we have a lot to talk about. Wait, did this? What
It was
is?
their shortest episode ever.
Yeah, no kidding.
Phalanges was wrong.
What did I link here? Mouse market
I looked at this
research.
too, and I was like, "What in the heck is he looking at?"
What was I? Yeah,
It said the
5
marker
hours ago.
was gonna explode to $4.7 billion. I don't believe that.
Oh, he reposted it, dude. I wonder if mods took it down. Um, well, I don't want to sign in. Can I do this without signing in? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to sign in. I'm gonna have to do
This
two-factor.
podcast has gone off the rails.
Uh,
I will make weird voices while you all watch a black screen with a recycle bin. Nothing
yeah,
is
I gotta do
happening.
two-factor. I know, I'm sorry, guys. Because I do the,
What
the
do we got
private
here?
browser. Okay.
Show off my keyboard while you're doing that.
No, I
Oh,
think we're good.
You're
We got
back.
it.
You're back.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
back. So, okay, mouse market research. Let's help this brother out. Um, what's my gender? Prefer not to
Prefer not
say.
to stay.
What's my age? I do like he has a little bit of granularity in the
Oh yeah.
age range here. So I am 30. My occupation, I am employed full time. Retired gamers, dude. Full name of where you are based. United
Your
States.
um.
You are. Wait, what did. Okay. How many hours per day do you spend using a computer in general? Oh, brother, well, I
More than 8.
work. So,
Same. Yeah.
probably. Does our phone count as a computer? No, they mean like a mousing desktop computer, probably. Should have been more specific. Oh, here we go. Hours per day you spend uh non-job work related. Bro,
2 to
can I?
4.
Oh, for me it's this. Well, you can fill out your own, Daz. Get out of here.
Wait. Non-job work related.
Per
So this
day.
is like leisure.
Yeah, leisure. I'm less than 2 for sure. Like yeah. Primarily use your personal computer for gaming, FPS, steady creative work. Can I check multiple? I can. General browsing, office productivity, and creative work. It's mainly this though.
Yeah.
Okay, next page. Wait, did he even say why are we even? Whatever. I'll just keep doing this. Thank you for your feedback. All right. Wait. I really appreciate your input. Your feedback will make a huge difference in shaping the project. Oh, I think maybe he's developing a mouse or something. Wired versus wireless, definitely wireless. Which grip style do you use the most often when holding your mouse? I kind of do
Tip grip. Do you do tip grip, bro?
I'll do tip grip. How would you describe your hand size? Large. I'm not an XL boy. I'm 19 by 10. And then
How do you answer this question?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where do I start? ATK slash all of them? I don't know.
Check out the MouseCast podcast.
Check out the MouseCast podcast from the week. MouseCast podcast 032. This guy's gonna be like, oh, screw this guy. I don't know. What's on your desk right now? There you go, Viper V3 Pro Panda. Currently personalize any of your computer sector. Oh my gosh, extensively, dude. Literally. And durability expectations, less than a year. Yeah, screw my mouse. Like, I don't really care. I can solder in new switches. What prevents you from merchandising, personalizing your computer setup more? Cost limited, options available. Don't know how. Not interested. Might damage equipment. Too complicated.
Cost is
What
the
do you
only
mean
one that's
by
really like.
yeah?
Nothing else really.
How much do you spend on your current mouse, bro? I
Oh
got so
God,
lucky. Oh no, wait.
one
What
of
do
my
you?
hands over 150 because I'm holding the Sentinels right now.
Yeah. Yikes.
But again,
This
I'm not
super
gonna
lucky.
return it.
Like a month after this release, these were still trending at like $120 used. I got one for 75 bucks. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
eBay, baby. How much do you spend on your current keyboard? I think like this somewhere here. I'm still using the Sync 75, though I want to change to HE. I want to change back to HE. Use the same mouse for work and leisure. Yeah, I take my stuff to work because I'm a crazy person.
I've started doing that. You
Yeah, both
bad
work.
influence.
Using keyboard, no. You value aesthetics when buying a mouse. Yeah, you and I care about colors, but it's
Oh
also
yeah,
not like, I don't know. You value the
I'm like
performance of
I'm
buying a mouse?
legitimately less motivated to use a black mouse, no matter how good it is.
I
So
know. I know. Value premium mouse performance versus aesthetics. Um, Performance is
I
so
was,
good nowadays. You have to try to make a bad performing
yeah,
mouse.
and people do.
I'll say that. What do you value having more control? How long is this? More control of your comfort, personal preferences.
A
Um,
great deal.
yeah, I think so. How do you value customization slash personalization?
Quite a bit. Somewhat, yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh, the
say,
ability to do that. Oh yeah, somewhat's
I mean,
fine.
like these are
Yeah,
so vague. Like, if I can't just DPI, then the product's dead on arrival. But like, what you're talking like swapping color palettes? I don't care. Price
I think 80 to
range.
110 is the top, but 50 to 80 is a more reasonable answer.
I
Yeah.
would say if you're a no-name brand, I'm thinking like Hitscan Hyperlight that launched at 90 bucks. You have to have a
Yeah.
good product.
I was thinking like the top end that I pay use on Mouse Market for like this HTS Ultra was like $80.
Yeah.
I don't want to go past that too far.
What do you dislike about the current mouse market? Select all that applies. Too big, too small, lack of color variations. I'll say price is too high, poor build quality, poor Windows support, Linux Macs, bloated or invasive software. Sure. Battery life, I don't care about. Overused gamer aesthetics. I don't think this is an issue. Poor ergonomics, lack of customization, personalization, lack of sustainable, eco-friendly materials. Sure, let's give them something
Yeah, I
to
click
go
it.
with. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Factors are most important:
Oh my
performance,
gosh.
ergonomics, price, brand reputation. I don't care about weight, build quality. Don't really care about software features, compatibility, sustainability. Okay.
Yeah,
How
we're
often
good.
do you replace your computer mouse?
Once a day.
Uh, Probably every day. That's normal.
Right.
All right. Your personal experience, what do you dislike about computer mice or anything else that you wish to mention? Um, Give us good coatings. Make coatings great again. I don't know. Submit. Okay, well there you guys go. You can go submit that, and I don't know. This is Pyro. Okay, that was a waste of time, Daz. Why did I do
I think
that?
that I'd like be interested to watch it.
Really? Okay.
I was hoping there'd be some kind of results at the end, but I figured there
Yeah.
wasn't going to be, so because it's a Google forum. Yeah.
Yeah. Rip. Okay. Moving on. Sergeant Pepper. Oh, this was something. This was posted to our Discord by Sergeant Pepper. Shout out, Sergeant Pepper. He's very active in our Discord, and he had something about Omron Opticals. He um
I have had people in the YouTube comments talk about this before, but I mean, ATK does have this weird thing sometimes where like it'll be normal, 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 and then there'll be a extra poppy click. This is not that. This is
Opticals.
just like Omron's going ham, basically.
Yeah, I'm
But
trying to
it's not
find.
necessarily like a weird thing. I'm just trying to fill space.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. That was
Yeah.
honestly really helpful.
But
So
have we located it?
I'm trying to find. He had. Oh, here's the link.
Here it
Okay.
is.
So basically, a guy from our Discord says, yeah, poppy switches being a problem on the Beast X. Yeah, trust YouTube, brother.
They popped when I had my. They popped in the best way possible. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, we gotta crank this.
Blast our ears, baby.
Dude, that sounds good.
Do they game with the sweater down that low so the hand doesn't contact the mouse?
Maybe.
That would drive me nuts.
Oh my god. So, okay. So, yeah, that sounds like really poppy, I guess, but that sounds good to me. I don't know.
I
Omron
like it.
Opticals, yeah, they have that squeak. That's just inherent. But this guy's mic is super boosted. Like, listen to
Is
his
it a Blue Yeti?
fingers.
I'm gonna wager girl, but I don't actually know.
The ring.
Oh, the ring, keyboard, screen, PC, but like that's not necessarily indicative of the little cat there. But
Like,
really, it
listen
was
to
just
how
the ring.
bassy and
It
loud
actually looks like
the side buttons are. So this thing's just boosted really
yeah.
high. What did I say? Let's see. I said Omron Opticals sound like that, some are louder than others. My right mouse on my Attack X1 Ultimate in red is the loudest I own. My Sora V1 is really squeaky. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. Yeah, and his mic is hella boosted. Side buttons shouldn't be
Mhm.
that loud. I don't know. So yeah, I guess does that anyone in the comments let us know if Omron Opticals squeak bothers you. If they were like a crappy Switch, then it would just be something to rag on them about. But they're so good, so I find it kind of fun. It's like some personality. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Crazy. Next topic, rubberized side grips. What is this? Rubberized side grip is equal to planned obsolescence. Yeah, dude, he wore that. It's not just a little single point. He really wore the whole thing.
The front of the mouse fell off.
Oh, that's impressive. Okay, well, anyway, let's just doom scroll for just a little bit. The Pulsar thing popped off, my guy. Vertical mouse testers wanted. Dude, do people
Is
not
this actually
realize?
worth it?
No, it's not a gaming mouse. ProtoArch seeds to Vine all the time. It's not gamer stuff, guys. It's gonna have some garbage sensor with like 30 IPS max tracking.
I had someone message me about this being like worth getting, and I was just like, no,
No,
vertical mice are
no,
dumb.
no.
It looks like a glove anyway.
Nescafe mouse?
I wish this had negative 880 downvotes.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, these two are definitely similar. Yeah, his algorithm having yeah, the
Mhm.
Joy-Cons. Oh, that's a nice. Whoa, custom painted. That's
Ooh, that's impressive.
is that
Oh
actually
my.
hand painted? What was that buzzing? Was that you? I don't know.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, I guess it must have been. I don't know. This is
No,
insane,
Dragonite.
dude.
Well,
Wow. These are insane, dude. Yeah, I would not commission. I would not
is
commission
that
a
a Model
Model
O?
O.
Yeah.
Oh, he did a doodle basically on a GPX.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Well, that's kind of interesting. Louis Vuitton. I wonder if these are all commissions or
RV2
if
Pro.
Messi,
Others.
goat, Corsair M75. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I
Wow. Yeah.
like that.
See, why couldn't that win WL Mouse's like Beast X custom colorway? Like,
Yeah, that's nice, dude. Well, what's your favorite?
probably that gradient one at the end. Honestly, like or the
Gradient,
whatever you
yeah.
want to call this. It's not really
He
a
did a
gradient, but
metallic paint too. He did the scroll wheel to
yeah.
make it stand out. That looks good. Um,
Some is really good though. Like that last one was good. The green, white, and red.
the teal fade in this is really nice with the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive. Mousepad Society of QCK did not have a logo on the bottom left. I was never too interested in the QCK stuff. Oh, it looks like there is a white or grayish Zywoo
Oh,
mouse
okay.
coming. Orbital Pathfinder, dude, I want one after trying yours. I really, really want one.
Hmm.
These pen mice usually have a dog crap tier sensor. There's you. Um, Zywoo Chosen Mouse is on there. Worn through, yeah, rubber side grips. Goodbye. I know that's like with my two Vipers here, the black. I'm glad you validated. To me, it's still grippy, but it's in like a. It feels like an old school coating that's gonna wear off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Leave a comment which one you guys think looks better. I don't know. It's not really that interesting. Okay, let's. Oh, I'm picking up a U2 during the sale next week too.
Mine
ATK
shipped.
U2. This guy. Oh, it did a review sample or a purchase.
Purchase ATK does not send me anything.
No,
I
they
had to
don't.
tell somebody in the comments that they were like my scroll wheels break. They give you all these handpick units, and I was like, I purchased them all. Sorry.
Yeah, I said, does the yeah, he showed a teardown, but not the, does the PCB support Omron Opticals? And he said yes. And this is on the Pro. So I'm probably just gonna pick up a Pro. Yeah,
Pro
dude.
Max, yeah, mine shipped. Yeah.
Yep, very nice
Where's
though.
the
And
on the way? Thank you. What an update.
he's using a resin pad there too. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's jump over to 49 minutes. Yeah, wow, we blitzed through that, dude. Let's go into personal ramblings. This means I'm gonna have to find some content to watch. I don't know, dude. I can go into some of my like. Do I have any Battlefield things? I don't know if it's anything's interesting. Um,
Rip. Pod is dead.
I know Pod's dead. See you guys later. No, don't leave. Please don't leave. Um,
See you.
100 and okay. We might have watched this before, but we can watch it again. Oh, did you actually like you changed your background? Sure, just keep it interesting somehow. Thanks, Dazz. Okay, we're just gonna watch this gameplay, I guess. I think we might have watched this already, but whatever. This was old gameplay too. I really need some new gameplay. All right, let's go to Dazz YouTube updates. Wait a second.
YouTube.
Wait, what am I smoking? If I can do YouTube updates, then that means your channel is where I need to be. All right.
Subscribe.
First thing you have on, oh, it's just a list of incoming products. Heck yeah.
All I
Anything?
did was review this microphone, which while it didn't get a lot of views, it got more views than everybody else reviewed it. So haha.
That's funny. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
just post it to the Amazon product page.
I posted this and then I was like, but can I also have these things? Because I was hoping to get a camera from them. And they did offer me something else, which I think I listed here. Potentially like a stream setup set. They have a new product coming. That would be cool. It's like, it'd be like a green screen and lighting and all that stuff. So maybe you'll stop seeing my messy background. Who knows? The mic was pretty good. All things considered. It's like $90 on their website. The boom arm is actually better than the one that I use, probably. Comes with a pop filter that doesn't really work too well. But it was good.
Okay. Next thing.
Yeah, I enjoyed making the review. It was fun. We talked about the RAWM ER21 Pro, Random Deluxe M800 Mini Pro, probably incoming as well. No videos yet, yeah. This is like a random store that I'd never heard of. They were like, we have a collaboration mouse. Would you like it? And I was like, but what mouse is this? And they said it was this one. So that'd be cool because I've been looking for this. Someone described it, that one post you saw on MouseReview earlier described it as like a Viper Mini with the humps more filling, which I'm down for. So
To me, it
I don't
looks
think
like
it's
a hit
one-to-one.
scan Hyperlight.
Yeah, which is a great shape. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a taller. Yeah. Yeah. I hope you like it. It looks really good. And a lot of deluxe mice support Omron Opticals to be soldered in, so that's cool.
Ooh, nice. Got some Mechlands keyboards coming in. This is the first time I work with them. The Blade 75 is actually really well known as just like a solid non-HE keyboard, which is what it is.
Aluminum with a knob. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Mechlands, I actually had a TKL of theirs in
Okay.
my Vine feed today, and I did not get it because it was not interesting.
So the M75 is their first Hall effect keyboard. So I'm actually excited to test that one out. There it is.
Nice.
It has a knob. Hot swappable knob too. Yeah.
Nice
So we'll
colors.
see how it goes. I don't know what these switches, just this one color. I'm not sure what these Oitemu magnetic switches are, but does it talk about them below?
Hall effect, magnetic switches. Outemu
Well, I'm waiting to
is
see
like a
AK.
super budget.
Okay.
They're like a super budget. Outemu. Yeah. 100 million life cycle. 45 plus or minus 5 gram force, so it's a little bit heavier than some of the other keyboards. It's still a light switch, but
That could be total force or like initial. I don't know which that is. They didn't
True.
really. That's force travel. Yeah.
827 grams, so that's not crazy heavy. Yeah, this one is not a full aluminum like the Blade 75 is.
Yeah.
This looks
So
maybe
we'll see.
metallic. Maybe it's a metallic strip. I don't know. Maybe not.
There were a couple other potential keyboards to review from them that were non-HE, but I can't stack like 4 non-HE keyboard reviews. People lose interest, and I lose interest. So
Do you know anything about Mechlands, if they're a good brand or not?
they were recommended to me by Dampo Guru to work with. So yeah,
Cool.
I've heard good things about them. They're not banned on the subreddit like Apple Maker is. So, speaking of which, also getting another keyboard from Apple Maker.
Yeah, I'll pull that up.
The HE80.
Oops. Apple Maker HE80. No knob.
Interesting keycaps. Basically just a keyboard, but interesting to see.
So
What's the switch situation here again? I can't keep my life straight with so many keyboards.
creamy gasket mount design. Okay, switch.
Creepy.
Apple Maker Magnex.
Oh, I've not tried that one yet. Okay.
Magnex. So, Daz, explain something to me. All these HE switches, like, okay, as long as you're not getting one that's like crap.
You can even get a crap one. That's like the Allo 168 HE. It's
What?
arguably crap, but it works great.
Okay, I'm a guy who sold on Hall Effect, okay? I want an HE keyboard. I have no interest in this. What? How many 75% keyboards out there are there now? Like, this is...
A million. So many, and they're all like roughly comparable, I think. That's what, even like all these clones and like mice we're coming out with these days, like how saturated is the market? Like,
Yeah,
do these
brilliant.
companies just want to have a mouse to offer next to like their other products so that if someone buys their collection from them, they happen to pick up the mouse? Like, are they going to make money in that way?
Maybe.
What's like the end game here for all these companies that are throwing their first mouse out, but like they're not going to sell that many of them? I was thinking about that earlier. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, how many Apple Maker clicks sold? I don't know. I've never even watched a review on it. I'm not sure if it's good.
No flex cut. Okay, well, let's move on to the next thing. Impossible
You
newsroom
would-
setup. Is this what you kind of teased earlier?
This is what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, it's a product that's not listed online yet. Actually,
Ooh, are you under NDA? Do we need to?
there is a picture of it there. Actually, no. If you scroll down, actually, to that green screen,
Wait, sorry, green screen.
scroll down a bit, and the image is a little bit more right at the bottom, over to the right, and then up one.
Oh my
There it
gosh,
is.
thank you. I like blocked
I
out
believe
this.
it.
Okay.
I believe it might be this. So
Oh.
that'd be nice for lighting, but like that's a
Yeah,
lot of setup.
softbox.
So like
That is a lot of setup.
It's obnoxious potentially, but
The green
I'd review it,
screen,
test it
I
out, see how it
wonder-
goes.
You know, I would use a green screen behind me if it was on like an overhead roll down thing, like an overhead projector.
Right.
Yeah.
I really wanted, like I said, one of the cameras because I'm still using my phone, but it works well. So we move on.
Okay.
Uden X23 Pro. I'm getting 3 of these, comically enough.
Different colors?
I was like, hey, what color do you guys think would pop? And they were like, have 3. So yeah.
You don't know which 3
Like,
though, right?
white, pink, and orange gradient, I think, or something like that. Yeah. So
Cool. And then I have the orange one, which is
Yep.
not coming through on camera too well, but yeah, I got this for like $13. It's I actually
that's a
think
non-pro.
it's a pro.
It's pro? Nice, okay.
Yeah. It's 3311. Yeah, kind of like cheap skates. My gradient one that I got one from Amazon just to test out. Dude, it had an amazing coating. Not amazing
Really?
coating. It was a very good coating for being like a $20 mouse. But
Yeah.
it's kind of hollow, it's kind of cheap feeling, but it functions. I mean, for like a $25 shipped on Amazon option, it's decent. Yeah, so they're saying, oh, okay,
Yeah,
it's not
it's
that
definitely like
cheap right
their
now,
budget
but
version, and they're pushing it as their budget. But
yeah. But the Filena S480 is like basically the same mouse, so
yeah, and just much lighter. Yeah.
But I guess you get some fun colors, so cool. All right. Ooh,
We
what
don't
the
have to talk
heck
about
is
the last
this?
thing, do we?
No, let's do
We
it. Yeah.
can.
Yeah, Daz, why the
Okay.
heck are you gonna get hyped, guys? Daz is reviewing a charging cable.
Only in short form. Don't worry, there will not be a long form video. I got this offer while I was sitting at work, annoyed that I had 2 different iPhones with different chargers, USB-C and Lightning. And this came through, and I was like, well, that's comical and solves my problem. Let's talk about it. So
Yeah. It's $15 on Amazon. Were you tempted to just buy it and not even, I don't know, spend the
Nah.
time? All right. When the video
I'll wait for
drops,
it.
can I thumbs down it? Does that reflect badly on your channel?
Maybe. It depends. Okay,
All
if I
right.
get tens of views and you're the only dislike and there's only 3 likes, then yes. No, it doesn't matter.
I'll thumbs
Do what
up
you will.
it so you can get more cables from your M Fish boys.
Yeah, I want Anchor
Fish.
cables, but yeah.
Okay. Hey, we blitzed through that pretty good. You got. What are you most excited for? Here's the list again. Leave a comment what you would be most excited for. I'll just open a WordPad. This is Dazz's list here. If you were gonna be reviewing something, what are you most excited for, guys?
There's just a lack of mice here. IM800 Mini Pro is my thought, or like I'm
Yeah.
curious how the Mechlands keys feel. They both have knobs and everything. So.
For me, it would be
Oh, the
one,
RAWM mouse though.
two,
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, year 21.
um, maybe this one surprisingly, and then
That one's unique, interesting.
Oh
Yeah,
wait, no, the Blade 75. Actually, I'll do 3. I'll do 4.
I've actually been taking
5,
different keyboards to
6.
work as well. So like, this is
No,
interesting. Yeah,
dude, that's hilarious. Has anyone caught you? Like,
I
notice
pointed it
you?
out to one. I have one person on my team who's like interested in this stuff, which is
Oh,
fun to talk about.
oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is fun. Okay,
I've also lent mice to like 2 people on my team because they like wanted to try out different shapes. So
that's fun. Wow, no kidding. Young.
yeah,
Okay, you must work
turned
with
out
some
well.
young people then.
They're only like a couple years in the industry. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Okay. Yeah, I actually had a story. So, sure. I guess we can get into it. Let's. Okay.
Oh,
So,
like
at. Go ahead.
yeah, the ATK SE version of the A9. I just gave away like the day the review dropped. Anyway.
Oh yeah. So, let's go to. So I'm finishing up like a rotation. I'm doing like a rotation through the company that I work at, different departments, and the department I'm finishing up in, they're like, oh, we're gonna miss you and all the stupid mice that you bring in. And it was funny. I had an MCHOSE L7 with me that day, and I just hand it to my coworker Mark, and he's like, "It's so light, I want to throw it." Anyway, so another coworker of mine. This was funny. Randomly talking. I was at a convention thing yesterday and today, talking with one of my coworkers, dude. He and his girlfriend are really into hot dogs. And I was like, "What? Explain." He's like, "Yeah, we like one day a week. They have like a designated day. It's the hot dog day, and they go all out and they make like something unique." And he said it's even at the point where they make like a aesthetic, they'll make an aesthetic one and then they'll actually make the ones that they're actually going to eat, kind of a thing. So
Huh.
he's like, look at this list, dude. Hawaiian dog done, uh Korean chicken fajita. Oh, I think that's what he said. This must be the chicken fajita, so he put fajita on it. Some chives. Wait a second. No, this is the Korean one. This has got to be Korean. No, this is the Korean because this is a bao bun, bao bun, and then he has like
Mm.
some pickled vegetables in like a creamy spicy sauce. They got the green onions and sesame seeds. So that's the dude. This one. What is this? Is this the Hawaiian one? Maybe because we got mango,
Uh,
onion,
mango, pepper, onion,
and he even did like a different bun on this.
parsley maybe.
Skyline Chili, that's like a place in Ohio that's and I think other Midwest states that are famous for that. We don't have that here though. Pizza one, chicken and waffles. Oh wait, did he have the chicken and waffles one? Oh, he showed that one to me. This one looks good too. Oh, dude, I'm hungry. I shouldn't
Me
have done
too.
this, Daz. All
Yeah,
right.
disaster.
Well, anyway, I chicken parm enchilada jerk dog. Um,
Jamaican jerk.
I thought that
Nice.
was funny. Like, I don't know, hot dogs are something that we all have had before, but it's kind of, it's not a very aesthetic food, but here you I was like, dude, you got to open a food truck. This one I think is the least appetizing, but this one, dude, look at the photo.
Some of this is made for r/shitty food porn. Yeah,
Yeah. But the bao bun, he said this one was surprisingly good. And the bao bun, his
it looks
girlfriend is
good.
half Korean,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
eating Asian fusion for dinner, and his girlfriend's Asian fusion, so that's cool. Uh, Another thing I did IRL was I did a Facebook Marketplace post. Sold my 7900 XT. Remember, I think it was last week that we talked about like safe selling and buying practices and stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit of a story. So, homie came over to my house. He was a young African American guy who was really, yeah, I guess I can say his name. His name was, who's the Idris Elba? You know, my
Oh yeah.
crappy aim there. Oh my gosh, I should have done better. But he pronounces his name Idris,
Oh,
and he
okay.
was super cool. He shows up in this BMW. He's a mechanic for Chrysler, and he's
Nice.
looking to move into like fleet repairs though, because he's like it's a lot. You don't have to deal with customers, and the repairs are much more like by the book. But the main thing is just not dealing with customers. Yeah, he bought the
Yeah.
GPU full asking price, which I had a good price. I sold it for $600, and prices have started to come down, so that it's not like insane, but it's decent. And yeah, it was a good transaction. Paid me the cash that I still
Nice.
need to deposit. So yeah, Facebook Marketplace. You price something well, and it'll move. Especially after that stupid guy no showed the
Oh yeah.
what was it? Why do I keep wanting to say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? No, the Nacho guy. He was like, you can call me Nacho. And he worked on the video games. He worked for Naughty Dog. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Another topic that I had. Feel free to jump in here, Dazz, if I'm like taking over too much. So I had a discussion on a Discord that basically I played like Star Wars Battlefront. We played in like some tournaments and leagues and stuff and competitions back in the day, and on-screen crosshairs were sort of a controversial thing. Hang on, let me bring up what one of their on-screen crosshairs looked like. Or Star Wars Battlefront 2015 gameplay. So the crosshair in the game itself was pretty crap. Pause this. Yeah, the crosshair in game was pretty crap. I swear if I get an ad, I'm going to jump out the window. Yeah, there you go. There's the crosshair. So it's like
I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, it's like a triangle, and there's no dot in the middle of it except when you ADS. Come on, go back to your gun. There you go. So that's a pretty crappy crosshair. So certain weapons that are really accurate is kind of a pain in the butt. So I used an on-screen crosshair in that game for a little bit, but I remember getting some pushback in like against using it in tournaments, so I didn't. I used software back then too, so it was in my recordings. I just did a little dot in the middle. So yeah, I remember it was a controversial thing. Maybe that's because like the team I was on was like really dominant, so it was kind of distasteful, I guess, to then be like something that maybe on whatever. And yeah, some people brought up in the Discord the other day, and I gave my 2 cents on it. My 2 cents is, and I'd like to know your thoughts, Daz, is I have no problem with on-screen crosshairs. I mean, all games should have crosshair customization. The only time I think it's not fair is if the game is doing it on purpose. For example, you might have some games where like they have no crosshair specifically because the weapon would be like overpowered or has like no spread or something, so they make you have to guess in the middle of your screen. But otherwise, I think on-screen crosshairs, like especially in games, class-based games like let's say Halo, where like maybe you really like the battle rifle's crosshair, but the assault rifle you prefer that gun, but you don't like its crosshair, so to be able to change them. I
That makes
don't
sense, yeah.
I don't think it's performance enhancing. I think it's one of those things that's like just it's like a quality of life thing. I don't really think. Oh, you almost got it. It's like a quality of life thing. I don't think it's cheating. What's
Yeah,
your
I would
take?
like changing like the red dot sights, like the reticles on like Call of Duty. I don't think it's cheating. I've actually never used a non-screen reticle in my life, so I'm only partially able to talk to this.
Well, you have the same monitor as me, so if you wanted to,
I could flip it on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had
Is it
problems
worth
with
it?
burn-in or anything.
Is
Yeah.
it worth my time to do so? Like, does it matter more so in like a game where like your gun's visually off target, but like you're actually still aiming in the center? I'm assuming that's like one of the main benefits of it.
For me, it's in Battlefield. When I look up at the sky, I'll go back to my Battlefield gameplay. On certain maps, when you look up into the sky, the red dots in this game are like kind of whitish with like a red halo.
Mm,
So when you look up into the sky, the white just disappears.
okay.
So
Gotcha.
adding a red dot on top of that or a green dot are the two options are on our monitor. It helps a lot. No, it's really just helps it stand out kind of a thing. Yeah. So I don't think it's, yeah. No. But I do maybe see how it could be distasteful, and if you're at a LAN event or whatever, and it's an option only on your monitor, nobody else has it, then I understand like wanting to play fair, but it's not like a night and day difference, guys. It's not like it's gonna make or break your gameplay. It's really just like a quality life thing, and the fact that games have built-in customization just goes to show that it should be allowed. I don't know. That's my 2 cents. I'm just coping though. Okay. Next topic here. How are we doing on time? We're at a minute or 1 hour to a minute, 1 hour 10. Have you made any long-term friends while gaming?
What are the parameters of this question?
So,
did you meet them in real life and played games majority like time with them, or you met them purely through online gaming? Because I have stories for both.
Okay, let's start with just the long term, not necessarily IRL.
So like it was online exclusively?
Whatever. Have you made friends, long-lasting friendships online gaming?
All of my friends only through gaming.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. End of story. If I don't game with you, I don't often talk to you for a long period of time. Okay. All my friends in high school, we just played Xbox. Like there weren't really any people I like stuck with after that that were not like gamers. Like, that's
saying,
what my thoughts.
How'd you meet them? I'm saying like you met them through gaming, because.
Okay, I would meet them like at school or something, but like then we would only keep talking because of gaming. Like that was the basis for like.
Okay, that's valid. Yeah,
continued communication. But then became friends outside of gaming because of that. So.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, gaming is something that can bring a lot of people together. I don't know. I think I have that debate all the time with my wife about like I don't play like solo. I don't play single player games much. Playing with people is so much more fun and rewarding.
Oh yeah.
The epic moments are so much more epic when they're shared and. Yeah, I've made good friends that I like still talk to. Basically, all my friends from like Battlefront. I have like friends that I have not talked to in forever, like some out in California that I like used to play Combat Arms with, and like if I were to travel to California in an area where they live, I would consider like messaging them on Facebook, and they'd probably be cool hanging out. Because I don't know, if you game together, you end up like. You can potentially know each other really well, kind of like coworkers almost, just by sheer amount of time you spend together.
So like, yeah, my example is I've played a lot of World of Warcraft, which is like one of the easiest games for that to occur because like you're in a guild, you're in like Discord events all day, like you're raiding. Yeah, I actually made a friend through WoW that I played with for 2 or 3 years, and he actually moved out to this area 15, 20 minutes from where I'm at right now, and like we hung out and like did a whole bunch of stuff for a couple of years until he moved back to where he was from. So.
Cool. That's actually really cool.
And one of my IRL friends who had moved to Florida moved off to live with him after they met through me on Skype. It was a whole thing. It didn't end well, but it happened.
Wait, can you share the details, or is it too personal? Is it entertaining?
Yeah, I mean, like there was like the guy I met from California. I had another friend from California that moved in as well, and he was just a real sketchball. Possibly one of the most degenerate human beings I've ever met in my life. And that just caused a divide between my other friend and so.
Any entertaining stories that are podcast shareable?
Maybe I can't think of any right now. But
well, if one comes to you, yeah. My most recent one friendship that I would say is probably my closest. Like we've met up IRL a couple times, and he lives in Virginia, and he watches the MouseCast podcast, and I'm surprised because he has an HSK Pro Ace. So you have to be a nerd to use that mouse. But he's also just like, he bought that years ago, probably a year and a half or so ago, I don't know, and just mains that. He hasn't really invested in any other mice. He has a Starlight 12, small. Uses the Pulsar power speed. Yeah. It's cool to be able to meet up but then also go back and share a hobby together, because bro, playing like lobby solo just ain't the same. Battlefield 2, especially with like the revive mechanic, it makes you really wanna squad up. Oh, will I survive here if I smoke myself? I don't know, this is old gameplay. This is dated I don't know. This is probably about a year and a half old. I just realized I have like 900 hours in Battlefield 2042 now. I have like
Wow.
150,000 kills or something like that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just play the
Crazy.
same 3 maps because they're the close quarters maps that you don't have to worry about vehicles. So heck yeah. Even though there are better maps out there. Any other like IRL? Do I have any other IRL friend stories?
I had friends that like in high school who I met one of their friends from grade school through like Call of Duty, and then we became better friends for a while. So
That's cool.
who knows? I don't know. But yeah, the gaming is the basis for like any of my long-term friendships, basically.
Yeah, that's cool.
Besides maybe college roommates, but
I
we
do-
also all game together. So
Oh yeah, I feel like in college that was just part of whether it was gaming or like tabletop stuff.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played Magic the Gathering, we played World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, all that stuff. Halo.
Yeah, so I do have like one, not a friend. So my brother-in-law have played a couple like rounds of Helldivers together, like when that game first came out. Something awkward though is so he is. My wife had one ex before me, and the relationship was really, really bad. The guy, okay, well, first of all, he cheated on her, and that's how they ended the relationship. But he ended it with her, even though he was the one who cheated. And poor Lauren was just like, I think she's still kind of like scarred by that. She's already an anxious
Yeah, it's
person.
rough.
Now it like makes her second guess if like people actually like her for her kind of thing. So she, yeah, when that relationship ended, well, first of all, she was 16 and he was 20, 21. So it was an age gap, but an age gap that was like at a pretty distasteful time. And she's like looking back at it, dude. She's like, I was a junior in high school, and he's like grown up and graduated and like working at Walmart and stuff. And the dude apparently
Also,
had
wasn't
like
there like a legal connotation or like aspect there?
No, I don't think anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just have had other friends in a similar situation, and that like I was never really sure. So
You know, at this point, it's all water under the bridge too.
yeah.
But she, yeah, she said that he had like anger management issues too. She's like, he got fired from a Walmart and then fired again. The first time was I don't know, some bull crap, and then the other one time he like punched a time clock and broke it because the dude had anger management issues, and she's like he had stories of like him breaking his phone in front of her and stuff. I don't know. He never did anything to her, but point is, so he was friends with my brother-in-law, so Lauren's brother. He was friends with my brother-in-law prior to them dating, and then. But my brother-in-law didn't really like the guy. They just kind of played games together, and he was like all right to play games with, so sure. But it got awkward. I've never met the dude. It got awkward when I'm starting to play Helldivers with my brother-in-law, and this guy asks to like join our raid or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know. Like
No.
I don't want to just like hide from the dude. Like I'm not intimidated by him or nothing like that. It's just he hurt my wife, and she kind of has like moved on the best she can, and I have like nothing positive to say to the person. So
It's either like a nothing burger or it's negative, right? There's no like positive outcome probably. So like why? Yeah.
exactly, thank you. So that was my thing. I was like, I don't even want to open this relationship. I don't want to know the guy. I've gotten this far without having to know him. So when he would like we're like literally in game, and like it says that he invited, like tried to join. I'm like, who's this guy? And they're like, oh, that's so and so. I'm like, really? And you know, so Lauren's brother also understands the awkwardness, but he's like in the middle where he's like, I can tell him that we're like getting off soon or something, so he doesn't join because he can see our party isn't full. Yeah, I don't know. It was a little awkward, but it's not whatever. So yeah, the couple times I've played Helldivers with them, like he's been online, and it's happened a couple other times where he's like tried to join, or where he did play with us, but we stayed in a private Discord call instead of joining the actual channel, and he'd be like, "Hey, you guys want to join?" I don't know. So I don't want to. I don't know. Maybe I'm coming across as like overly passive. I don't know. I just don't want to. Whatever. I don't feel like. Oh,
That's fair. I'd do the same probably.
yeah. Yeah, okay, I think that's good discussion. Okay, next thing was, oh, speaking of like your spouse, do you play any mobile games, or does like your spouse or your parents, any boomers in your life? Lauren plays, what the hell do I call it? Tiny Planes? God, I don't know.
My wife plays like a golf solitaire game, but it's literally just like
Golf Solitaire?
to keep her like mind occupied while she's like watching something or just doing stuff. Yeah.
Nah, my wife is obsessed with Pocket Planes.
Ah.
Yeah, dude, she's always scheduling the. It's like one of those you schedule the airport and you try to min-max the stats and where people are going and how many people can fit on a plane. You can upgrade the planes. You're like a, like flight, not flight attendant, not mission control, whatever. You're a, not dispatcher, whatever. She
Full
loves
games
it.
were cool, like when I got my first iPod Touch or phone, but like they kind of waned. Like there were points where I played a lot of Cookie Clicker or Adventure Capitalist, which are just like upgrade yourself, get more like boosters, and just make more money faster, like passive clicker kind of games.
Yeah.
And then like card games I've played on mobile, technically like Marvel Snap and Hearthstone. That's about
Okay,
it.
yeah. Hearthstone's a big one. I don't know. Hearthstone, I think, blurs the lines of like that's. More,
It's not really a mobile game. Snap is more of a mobile game.
Yeah, but even both of those, I think, I don't know. There's
They're
something
not like
about those.
truly mobile games though. Yeah.
When I think mobile game, I think like literally doom scrolling time sync. You're gonna feel bad
Yeah.
about yourself for playing it. But both of those games,
Bejeweled.
yes,
Whatever.
both of
Yeah.
those games, just endless. You're on level 10,793.
Or like the runner games or like Flappy Bird.
Yeah,
What a
but
game, Flappy Bird.
oh, I must be changing mice here. I just heard the dongle, the Windows sound. Swapping mice while I'm dead is clearly the mouse's fault. Oh
Yep.
man, do you swap mice in game like that?
Not much anymore. But I have before, and it was kind of sad. I used to do it, I'd win in Fortnite after that, so
Yeah.
Clearly I wasn't gonna win unless I switched the mouse.
I do enjoy. I played a little bit today with my two Vipers, and on the same pad, the Matrova Breeze. Oh, I forgot if I said that's on my desk. Well, whatever. It hasn't changed in weeks. And because of the different skates, they do play differently. So it was fun going back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think my parents never got into any mobile games, thank goodness. Though I do have like older coworkers who are just on their lunch break. They'll just, just play the. Yep, Temple
Got a
Run.
guy at work who does Rubik's Cubes all day.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, some of them are so big, they're very impressive. But every once in a while, the sound like makes me want to. Even it's like nails on a chalkboard occasionally.
Interesting. I never.
You ever
thought
have this
about
thing
that.
where you pick up on a sound and then like suddenly like it's just the worst thing in the world?
Me personally, no, but I can understand. I can understand the sentiment.
There's a thing called misophonia that's like an actual like genetic condition that actually like causes that, but also I took like a genetics test and I don't have that, so I might just be an asshole. Anyway.
Yeah.
Or I might just have like
OCD or
I might just be like irritated or something. Yeah. But
yeah.
like sometimes, every once in a while, like chewing sounds, just suddenly like you hear someone chewing and that's all you can hear. Like that happens.
Oh yeah, my wife hates that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's like, unless it's like obnoxiously loud. For me, it's
I
just
think
like
it's
a part
often linked to anxiety, and if you're in an anxious state, you're more likely to pick up on that, and then it plays on the anxiety.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, in my experience at least, more anxious people are prone to
I
it.
think that makes sense. You're like more in tune with maybe your surroundings. You just care more.
You're just more on edge too, so like small things can, yeah. How do we get here?
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't
Rubik's
think
Cubes,
I
yeah.
don't mind mobile games. Like even, I'm okay doing away with the connotation of them being time pits. If there's just some
As long
sort
as
of,
you're not playing a gotcha game and money dumping it.
well,
Yeah.
oh yeah, money dumping I think is one, but the gotcha games I think I'm okay with if you have a community. If it's part of if it's just okay, I think it's two things. that make it distasteful. So the first one is if you're doing it more than just like when you have a down moment. If you are like literally sitting down, like you finish dinner and then you go play for like 2 hours on the couch, then yeah, you're kind of being suckered. And the other thing is that makes it distasteful is if you only play it by yourself and you don't there's no sort of community participation. Because to me, that's like, compare it to online FPS games, right? So we'll play it for hours on end, but there's a PvP competition. There's a enjoying it with your friends and having epic moments. That makes it a totally different experience, and I don't know what makes it more.
Let's say the person doesn't have like any
noble?
friends to play with, though. Is there much difference between going and playing COD and getting mad for 2 hours and playing a mobile game on the couch for 2 hours while watching like Netflix? Not really, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, okay, COD is PvP, so I do think when there's a competitive edge, I think that is, I don't know, maybe that's just me being
It can be good or bad, though.
biased.
Depending on how you react to it, your temperament.
And like
I
single
speak
player
as someone
games.
who gets triggered by FPS.
Yeah, single player games. I also don't want to make it sound like those are a waste of time, because they're not. They can have really compelling stories, but I guess that's the difference. Gacha games don't have stories. I let this guy res him just to kill him.
Love that.
I don't know. Well, she enjoys her tiny planes, and I think it's. I mean, at least I don't know. Sometimes I worry that she might want to have a different hobby and feel like, because sometimes she'll feel like she just wasted time.
I feel like that gaming sometimes, though.
Do you?
More so in FPS, if I'm not progressing, because like I'm just playing games and like I'm just the same player. But like in a game like World of Warcraft, I feel like I'm always making progress.
That's true. I try to set myself like little micro goals. Like right now in Battlefield, I have some stupid KD. It's like an 8.4 KD or whatever, because you know there's revives in the game and everything.
Sure.
But I've been focusing less on KD and trying to increase my score per minute. So there's like Battlefield Tracker is a website. I could bring it up. So I have like a little micro goal, which I think helps me then play solo. But for really, it's just like I'm trying to practice my target switches and get clips, even though I don't like make montages. Oh, look at that. It's already populated. Yeah. Yeah, stat tracking, I know you like to. How are we doing for time? We're an hour 27. Let's go on to another topic. Oh yeah, the Rocket League. Okay, so the on-screen crosshair thing, I actually meant to expand that a little bit more. So let's go back to talking about it.
There's a new special colorway of the MyX I just ran across on Twitter.
Oh, really? Can you Discord it to me? This is what Battlefield Tracker looks like, though. It's a nice website. It's good.
This Tracker is the best. I use Fortnite Tracker, Rocket Tracker.
Yeah. You do a good job.
I'm on this the entire time playing, basically.
Yeah.
You can look at my profile.
You have to not get too. Oh, is yours just Dazz?
It is, yeah.
9 minutes ago. Look at that.
I haven't played this season, but my last season was decent. Yeah, they don't have it on here. Actually, like a 20% win rate last season, the Star Wars season. I was proud of that.
Wow. Yeah.
I think one season I like grinded duos and we got like top 300 or 500 like duo rated on this site, which was fun. But...
Right history? Huh. Yeah, stat tracking is good. You have to like not let it consume you. Like I know there are
Yes.
There's other sweaty people that I'll play against in Battlefield, and it's like when their team's about to lose, they leave because they don't want the loss on their win record.
Yeah, I have a fun story about that. When I first started playing Call of Duty back in high school sophomore year, all I cared about was kill death, and I wanted to have like a 2.0. It's like I made a new account, and I was at like a 2.0, and then like I would go to like a 1.99, and I would just dashboard on my Xbox because then I wouldn't save the stats for that game. It was just toxic.
Oh, yeah. You have to be careful because it takes the fun out of it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I know. I'll sometimes leave as the game is about to end, win or lose, just because I want to requeue and I don't want to sit through all the stupid loading screens. That's another thing I need to get better at. Sometimes I try to self-heal when I just need to push the fight. But anyway, this was, can I find this clip? So there's a Battlefield YouTuber, I'll try to pull this up off screen, called Enders.
Yeah, the mad YouTuber.
He had a take that, on Twitter that Shimmy, who's like a big aim trainer guy, was cheating. I don't know if I'm... Oh, man, I can't search Twitter. Okay, well, whatever. The video wasn't all that. It was just kind of weird. Shimmy would, like... He would target switch, like, okay. It was a Battlefield 5 clip. But when he would, like, target switch, he would then lock on to their, like, waist, their belt line. It was kind of awkward. And it was, like, a one-frame kind of a thing. Like, he slow-mo'd it. He would target switch. You could tell he would like track a little bit, and then he would very awkwardly lock on. So Enders was like, this seems not legit. But Shimmy is like literally, I saw a post on Twitter. He hit Astra in like this season's Voltaic, literally Astra, dude. So like,
It's crazy. Unless you shoot in Kovacs, people do.
Like, bro, Astra level is like literally you're playing Soldier 76 in Overwatch, and his ultimate aimbot ability is literally a handicap.
Just your aim.
Yeah, because you can't headshot when you're in it. So.
Yeah, it's the only Celestials beyond that. Yeah.
And Celestial is like literally top 20 in the world. Like Celestial is like literally nuts. You're like a world record holder.
You're like autistic frame. Yeah.
I don't know. My friend, this friend that I mentioned, like the one I'm closest with and stuff with the HSK Pro Ace. He posted this true story about, okay, we're not going to watch this on stream, but something about cheating in Rocket League. I don't know, maybe this is worth watching. Leave a comment if you guys have heard about this. It's a true story behind the first cheater in Rocket League. Yeah. I've been cheating in Rocket League since the game has come out. I have over 6,500 hours and I still play like a silver. Best hacks on the market. What? All right.
What a weird comment.
Okay, I guess I actually don't have a topic here. Mobile games we talked about. Oh yeah, here's another good one. I'll go back to some Battlefront gameplay. Are you a competitive person, Dazz? And
what do you think?
I know, but yeah, okay. Non-gaming competitive hobbies. Yeah, do you have any other hobbies that help satisfy the competitive itch?
When I used to lift weights with a friend, that was competitive in my mind. Golf, everything. I'm ultra competitive to a fault, and it makes things not fun sometimes. I'm being transparent. Yeah. I'm trying to get better. Even like casual games in like the backyard, I used to be overly competitive, but like I've worked on that and that's better. But
okay.
I still do not like to lose at anything ever. It's not great.
Yeah, I can get I can get that kind of too. I'm a competitive person. Not wanting to lose.
Not wanting to lose when it's me who's definitely owning the loss. But like that's again, I'm
gotcha.
Getting better.
Okay.
It's on me.
Okay, so let's say you're playing Call of Duty or something and your team loses, but it was a really close game. In your mind, that's still a better match than like a total blowout where you just spawn farm them for, 90 seconds before the lobby dies.
I like a mixture of both, and which pushes on my argument against skill-based matchmaking. Give me all the variety of game types, but
yeah.
I don't want that to be every game.
I like. Part of me is like, if it's a game I understand really well, I almost like a loss every now and then as kind of a like sanity check of like, oh yeah, that's right, I can carry the whole team, or just the challenge of it, knowing that you're gonna have to play more defensively, or you don't.
I guess in like a game like Battlefield or Call of Duty, I don't mind losing. I could honestly care less. But like if I'm playing the BR and I don't win the game, that's more frustrating. Or like if I'm playing badminton in the backyard, 1v1, I'd like to win that.
Wait, badminton?
I'm just anything competitive remotely, yeah. But it's contextual. I've been trying to care less about. It's interesting. I've gotten myself to care less about winning in certain situations, and I find myself not caring to the point where I don't try, and then I just definitely don't win because I'm not trying.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather try and do well. But
I think it'll also be a slice of humble pie when you. Oh gosh, can I get him? No. Am I gonna farm him through the wall? Oh damn! There's a way you can shoot through little walls here. When your kids get older and when they start, becoming better than you at things, I think that'll be a proud parent moment, right? Like, I wonder though if there's still gonna be a tinge of. I know I would probably feel like, damn, I should be better at this game than them, and they're kicking my butt. Yeah,
we'll see how that goes. Actually, I'm curious. Hopefully, I'll be better than that. But yeah. And by that I mean them. No, just kidding.
Yeah. I don't know. I think my beef with losing is I get upset losing if there's like people on the other team who I don't like. That
Oh,
sucks,
sure.
right? If
Yeah.
it's some sweat who like always trash talks or
Which is why I have all communication off in Rocket League, including emotes.
yeah. So the
So
first thing I
toxic.
just killed there was a spawn beacon, and the stupid
Yeah, yeah.
spawn beacons in this game. Did he spawn it? Oh no, he came from behind. The stupid spawn beacons in this game, they can still spawn in them like about 3 seconds after you destroy them.
Oh,
So it's really frustrating. You'll like push a room, kill a
yeah.
spawn beacon, and you have to sit there and watch it for a few moments.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see. Do I have any other competitive things that satisfy that itch? So one thing was I played Ultimate Frisbee in college. And our team was like really bad. I was like one of the better players on the team, but our team was like pretty bad. So it like felt good to be like relied on and have your team respect you. But then we'd go play at like tournaments and stuff, and we would like lose pretty much every game. And that was one of those moments of where I'm normally a really competitive person. I love Ultimate Frisbee. I didn't love it enough where like if I wanted to get that good, I would be having to like after graduation, probably practicing 2 or 3 times a week. I'd have to be doing conditioning things regularly, and
Right.
I enjoy Ultimate. I enjoy, I'd be down to go to more tournaments and stuff, even on my own dime. The camaraderie, the teamwork, but it wasn't worth it. And so then the flip side is like, okay, well, I could just go play Ultimate now, but I'm like terribly out of shape, and I'll feel so like a burden, and I won't be able to play at the performance level that I know I'm capable of, or used to be capable of. So then that's frustrating on myself. So maybe not a losing thing, but competitive against myself, perhaps. Maybe that's something.
That's how golf is.
You got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cause
For example,
score
I'm
tracking.
gonna go golf for Father's Day. I have not golfed once this year because kids and life.
Yeah.
It'll either be 0% frustrating because my expectations are I'm gonna suck, because I'll be so out of practice, or very frustrating because I know I was much better in the past. So
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah. Competitive.
every time I
against
had like we
myself.
tried to plan me golfing one day, and then I just ended up cleaning the house. It was just like
Aw.
the level of mess in the house was so stressful. I just chose to do that instead of try and go golf.
Yeah.
Parent life, I guess.
You can see the crosshair here. This is like a green. So like this
Oh,
is
yeah.
a pretty dark map, but on lighter map, I also have like my gamma boosted and everything. On lighter
Mhm.
maps though, that gets washed out. Again, like if you look up at the sky. Yeah, if I'm not satisfied with my own performance, I think that's really frustrating. But I think everyone can relate to that, right? You watch like aim trainer clips on YouTube, and people are like, what is it, F3 to restart the run in Kovacs? They're just constantly F3ing until they have like a good first 10 seconds because they're going for a record.
That's being static, and then they just quit. Yeah.
Yeah, static.
I guess what was I gonna say? I don't know what spawned like the competitiveness thing, but it is like sort of a self-performance thing. Because I remember like there was one year my 12-year-old baseball team, like we won the championship, but in like the lead up to the championship, the second to last game, like I had 0 hits, the ball never came to me, I did nothing, and I just was mad. Like I was just angry in the outfield because like they won, but I contributed 0. So like I don't know. That's also not good behavior. But so it traces back to when I was young.
Maybe. I don't know. I think that's relatable too. That's understandable though. When you're a kid, you just want to participate, and you weren't able to.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
That's very understandable. Like,
But I was the winning pitcher in the championship, so it was okay. But like, yeah, gotta get my little self break in there.
One mental check I've had to give myself is, when you become an adult and you have less time, whether it's home ownership, having kids, having a full-time job. I now so much more appreciate, even if I just log on for 45 minutes and do a little bit of Battlefield, if the lobbies are dog shit, we lose every single one, it's a blowout, and I get up and I walk away, and I used to be like, well, that was a freaking waste of 45 minutes, I should have done something else. I check myself and I say, no, that was 45 minutes of game time. Yes, the lobbies weren't that great, I still had some leisure to myself, and like that counts for something. So I've been like trying to check myself in that regard a little bit more, because I used to be.
It's good. It's good because I still have your first thought every time. I should have read a book or like done something around the house because that was miserable. Like,
Yeah.
I've not evolved past that yet.
Okay. Yeah. I still believe like I don't a lot of people are like watch TV shows. I have always felt more lasting enjoyment out of FPS games. Like even if it's
Anybody,
just losing a whole
yeah,
bunch.
giving you crap for playing games, but then they're just watching that like they have no ground to stand on.
Yeah, like rewatching Friends for the 7th time. That's great that you
Which I have
loved
no
it,
problem
but-
with. Go ahead and
Yeah,
enjoy it.
yeah,
Like,
that's- you
just don't
do
give me
you.
crap for doing what I'm doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's funny. I roast Lauren all the time for doom scrolling on her phone, and she's like, "Why are you giving me a hard time?" And I'm like, "Well, you can do whatever you want, but just don't get upset when it's like 3 p.m. in the afternoon on a Saturday, and you're like, I haven't done anything today."
Right.
Yeah. Especially since
That's a comment. Yeah,
like you have
that used to happen a lot.
I know Luke from Linus Tech Tips always says you have to understand that these things are designed to suck your attention in. They're designed to infinitely scroll. Like, you remember before infinite scrolling was a thing, dude? Like, you would scroll, like, web pages had bottoms to them. Oh,
You get to the bottom of
great.
Facebook and you're like, okay, that's all that's happening.
Yeah.
Honestly, so much of our world is overly engineered in like a very just targeted,
Was
evil way.
Mr.
There's a better word there,
Beast
but
was in hot water not that long ago for like working with like, was he working with child psychologists or just like abusing child psychology for views basically?
maybe,
Yeah, it's
probably.
bad.
And there was a whole charity porn thing too.
Oh no, I don't even want to know about that.
Well, it's just like he'll make a video giving a bunch of money to people, and then like people are like, "It's just charity porn. Like you're just farming views because you."
Oh,
so much
okay.
money.
I thought you
Like,
meant like actual. Okay.
oh God, no! He went to a
Yeah.
charity event and there was porn.
No, I know there are some like core human like instinctual things that can be leveraged. I don't know. And I like advertisers and stuff who do this. It's, like I get it because it works, but we need to like be better as people and not allow that kind of stuff. I'm trying to think of an example. I'm really tired and I'm really hungry,
Clickbait thumbnails.
so I'm having a hard time.
Me too. Welcome.
Well, we're an hour 41 in. Do we want to end it here then? Was there anything else? Let's see.
Yeah, probably. I will say I've literally thought, man, I'm hungry about 1,000 times in the last hour or whatever minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go make some hot dogs.
I was gonna say that you brought up the hot dogs, man. I keep looking over seeing hot dog gauntlet on the dock. Yeah.
My coworker, I was talking to him at this convention, and we just finished. We were laughing so hard about the hot dog thing and just riffing on it with like our boss's boss was there too, and I mentioned, I'm like, dude, I have a podcast. Could I talk about that on the pod? He's like, yeah, sure. You want me to send you the pictures? I was like, yeah, sure. It actually wasn't as interesting as I thought. We did have one funny thing at the convention. Sure, I'll share this. I'm gonna have to. Sorry, guys, that was not your Windows computer. That was mine. I just unplugged my phone. So, at the conference, I'll have to hold this up to the camera. At the conference, let me just make sure this isn't like gonna dox me or anything. Oh, this is really generic. Perfect. Okay. Well, you could possibly dox this, but not really. So, this... Okay, I'm at this convention, a bunch of, like, big wig executives and stuff. I'm in R&D, so, like, we try to be on bleeding edge and figure out what's new in the industry, get the inside scoop. So, we have all these panel discussions, papers are presented, yada, yada. At the end of it, there's a poll. There's, like, an anonymous poll, and it's live, too. So... they have a discussion panel up on stage, and they're basically reacting to the poll results as they come in. And we submit all of our results. The panel starts, and they're going over the things. First poll. Option A wins by a landslide. Nothing new. And they're talking about it, and me and my buddy are like, wait a second. I learned I can go back and edit the response and resubmit, and you see the bar change slightly. And he's looking at it, then he looks over at me and he's like, do you see that? And I was like, and I do it again, and he's like, is that you? The next one pops up, and it's so funny. Options A and B are like super duper close. So Justin's like, it's not coming through. Justin's like, bro, I'm gonna change it. So he puts in his answer, and it makes it a tie. And they're like in the middle of the panel discussion, these like executives, and they're like, and they're all freaking boomers too. And they're like, oh wait, the results just changed. Now we have a tie. Oh, what do we do? And Justin's looking over at me. He's like, dude, vote, change it back, change it back. I'm like sitting there dying, and I don't know.
That's hilarious.
It was funny. I guess it had to be their moment, but I don't know. It's just, yeah, it was a good time. All right. Well, anyway, let's end the podcast there, guys. So if you, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, consider subscribing, sharing it with your fellow mouse nerds. If you have questions or want to submit a discussion topic, please join our Discord or leave a comment below. Don't forget about the Rakuten 25% cashback and summer sale next week. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Goodbye.